21. What's going on, guys? You're watching Nitish 21, and today we're gonna go over where we are at right now, at least for this 883 wheel horsepower G35 Coupe that we built here. And it's come a long way. I mean, I had this car ever since it was like, you know, 240 wheel, like stock pretty much, right? And now here we are at a fully built motor and single turbo kit from Boosted Performance. So the paint still needs a detail, so don't worry about the swirl marks. You know, we're gonna get that taken care of, no problem. But just gonna go over what's done to the car so far. So let's go over with the body kit and exterior first. So we have a Crumazy front bumper, impulse side skirts, and charge speed rear with the strafe trunk. And this is a big thing, right? Like, if you want to get your car looking nice, you definitely got to get that little stage look going on with the side skirts staging right into the actual lip of the charge speed rear. Flows really well. My Giala, whatever it was, lip that I used to have actually did flow a little bit better, but because you need a lot of flow for the intercooler, I went with the Crumazy bumper in the front. This is an 04 car, and we have projector headlights in the front, and we have the 07 rear tail lights, so got that whole 06, 07 rear and headlight thing going on there. Now, as for the wheels, we got Ankai RPF 1s. They are 18s, and they're 9.5 in the front and 10.5 in the back, plus 15 offset all around. We got a 245 40 18 in the front and a whopping 305 35 18 in the back, and the fitment is absolutely perfect. There's no spacers going on over here, and we do get a tiny little bit of tire rubbage going on because of the fender, but a little bit of a pull could take care of that. Of course, I do have the fenders rolled, so that's going to be something you need to do for sure. Other than that, this blue, guys, is Bw5 Twilight Blue. Really rare color for the G35s. I think it was only produced in 04. So if you ever want to get this color, that's what you got to buy. We got the Brembo Brake Kit from factory with the slotted rotors front and rear. Actually, I lied. My rears are not slotted. But they're doing a pretty good job of stopping the car, even at this level. Of course, I try not to put myself in situations where I really got to, you know, stand on the brakes or anything. Inside the car, we got a JDM doubled-in trim kit with the Pioneer app radio 2, and just the stock seats. You know, for now, I don't really plan on changing them anytime soon, but we'll see how that goes. Let's go open up the engine bay. So in the engine bay, here we got an APS intake manifold along with the NWP big bore throttle body. I have a custom 4-port catch can that we set up here, as well as a full twin pump fuel system that I'll show you, along with Cosworth fuel rails inside there. I don't know if you can see them, probably see them. And yeah, so that's the engine bay there. Nothing too crazy going on, of course, as it's a mid-mount turbo kit. There's no big flashy front mount, you know, what do you call it, turbo in the engine bay. The turbo is actually mounted beside the tranny down there, more or less over here, and it's a Boosted Performance single turbo kit. I'll put the their IG page in the description there. You can see the intercooler, and along with that is mounted a pump, which is kind of hard to see. It's in there. If you can see it, that's a scavenge pump to make sure the oil ends up back at the oil pan. Let me show you guys the actual trunk and fuel setup we got going on. So some of you may have already seen more or less of this in my other video, but here we have the actual meth kit right there with the pump, and here is the full radium twin pump surge tank system that's flowing from the stock tank over to the rails and back. Now I do have to clean up some of this wiring and shit. I have some nice looms and stuff. I'm gonna put that through. Here we have the Dyno Graph. See if I can show you. It made 883 wheels, 754 wheel torque. Power band's really nice, kicks in at about 4,800 RPMs when you get your meat of your power right there, and then it flows nicely. It does drop off a little bit, so it hits about 870, 880, whatever, and drops back down to 800 wheel by redline, but it flows all the way to, like, pretty much peaks at 6,800 RPM, which is really nice. So really nice broad power curve, and the torque hangs for quite a bit. So yeah, that's what we got going on right now as far as the car. I do currently have it in a lower map setting, so we currently have it in the 700 wheel map, because what was going on was I noticed that we were pushing coolant into the res under full boost, and now one thing I need to check on is that if that is happening on only my 800 map or my 700 map as well. So far it's only been happening on the 880 wheel map. On the 700 wheel map, the car's been driving absolutely beautifully. So I'm now gonna probably put in some E85 and we're gonna test out the 880 wheel map. If that is happening and it is pushing coolant since we've bled it, chances are I've already lifted the head. What can you do, right? There was a procedure called O-ringing or firing I read about, which can actually help seal the VQs for large amounts of boost in excess of 30 pounds of boost, which is what this one's holding right now. So if I have to do that, then so be it. I'll pull the motor, we'll send that off to Gord Bush Performance here in Toronto, and I'll have him firing the head. But hopefully that's not the case. I think it is running pretty good right now. I've had no issues at the 700 wheel map, but it could just be because at the higher boost, you know, we're hitting a lot of pressure and it's pressurizing the coolant system because of that. But let's hope that's not the case. If it is what it is, but let's hope that's not the case. So let's go get some exhaust videos. So inside the car down there, I still gotta clean it up first, but we have a Link ECU. It's a G4 N350. And that's been what we've been using to tune the car and run it. I used to have the Haltech ECU, but we switched over to a Link now, which is definitely much better just because the Haltech I had was actually just a piggyback, whereas this is a full standalone. The exhaust setup that we have on the car is a 4-inch single right off the turbo, followed by a split into dual 3-inch that goes into the last 2 segments of the motor dyno. The best part about this is that we actually did HR headers as well, so it keeps that tubular and equal length flow in the exhaust system. And what you get with that is a more equal tone sound, and you kind of get to keep that VQ note that I really like personally. And you know, you get that straight Chewbacca sound back from the VQ that I know I love. I don't know about you guys. So we get that sound back, and then keeping the motor dyno and everything to just flow it out. The resonators on the motor dyno keep the drone a little bit more out of the car, so it's not like annoying to drive or anything. I noticed a lot of single turbo VQs don't really sound that great. This one sounds absolutely godly. Holy fuck. I'm just lighting these tires up lately. I think they're done. Damn. I was just smoking up the rears in third. Not even brake boosting. Third's really not hooking at all right now. I'm actually surprised. I mean, I know I shouldn't be that surprised at 700 wheel, but it was hooking a few days ago really well. It was even hooking at 880 wheel. I don't know why right now we're just not getting a ton of traction. much for watching. Make sure to check out my other videos of the G and AMG. I also drop videos of all kinds of other epic builds that you do not want to miss. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit that bell with the notification so you know exactly when I drop a video. See you next time.